At one point, we literally, like, had our shirts pulled down literally as far as they could go, and we had them pressed up. Do you remember?
Pressed up to the window.
Your window.
And they were standing outside, and we were like...
And they were judging. Like, we were literally letting them judge who was showing the best cleave. Does that not happen to you?
I don't get brain freeze either. No, none of that happens.
Fuck you. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Louder Than Ever.
Jeez.
My name is Hailey.
I'm Mary.
We are both Gemini Ravenclaws who are enjoying slushes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they call them slushes. From Sonic. I have watermelon.
I have cherry.
So the flavor's not in common, but... We have literally nothing else in common other than the slushes.
Yeah, but the slushes are so good. They're from a place, we're going to say it's Sonic slushies.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
So Sonic did a really funny number where they played their commercials here for like several years before a franchise ever actually opened up, and really, really hyped it up. Until like there were lines, like crazy lines where they had to like... making adjacent parking lots, like zigzags for you to go through. Basically, it was insane. It was nutballs.
It was kind of a genius marketing ploy.
It was.
Actually.
I really have to admit that I thought it was pretty funny and interesting that they did that, because it's certainly... I really wanted to try it by the time it arrived. And to be frank, the slushies, it's a slushie to me. The slushies are very good.
The slushes are on point.
They come
God damn it, brain freeze!
See, I don't get brain freeze. I just don't know what it even is.
Oh my god.
I wanted to do a jealousy episode, but Hailey wasn't about that.
Like, I don't feel like I'm that jealous.
It's our 13th episode, so
it is our 13th episode. We need to make this a good one.
It's got to be good, because I don't know, everybody might not know. We both got married in 2013 on the 13th day. Of
different months.
Different months. Mine was July.
Mine was not February. September. Those are very different months.
They are.
September.
They are. So 13's like it's a
special number for us.
It's a really cool number, and I've always really liked it. And so the 13th episode,
we needed to make it big. Sort of.
Well.
Or, as big as we could come up with in the 20-minute span of brainstorming that we did for this episode.
That was longer than most brainstorming that we've done.
That's true.
So really, we did put extra effort in, even if it doesn't sound like it. We did try.
Right. In fact, I would say it's the most brainstorming we've done since we were trying to think of what to name the podcast.
I agree.
Which is why.
Which is how we ended up with our plan for today.
So our theme for today is 13 things we almost named our podcast.
Yep.
I still have the list.
It was really long. We really thought about it for a long time. I would say it was one of the biggest stumbling blocks in starting it up, because we really needed to come up with a good name before we could do anything, before we could get our logo or
anything,
any of our sites or
social media, anything.
I mean, anything. So, and we spent a long time on it, many nights.
Yeah. One night in particular was very long. I think that's the night we ultimately picked Louder Than Ever.
I think so,
Mary was intoxicated.
Of course.
So I don't think you even actually remember us deciding on Louder Than Ever.
I remember thinking that it was great because the initials were the same as a internet
on phones
kind of thing.
Or
Everyone has the 4G.
LTE.
Louder Than Ever. I thought people won't forget us then.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That's the only thing I remember. I remember the next day very vividly. It was very unpleasant.
Oh.
I haven't even drank any comparable quantity of alcohol since then. Although last night I had like 4.5 beers, and that was really quite a lot.
That makes me think of the who was it? Will Ferrell did like the skit with the little girl Pearl, where she was like his landlord, and oh my god, it was like so funny. She was like maybe a 2-year-old little girl. I'll wait.
I wonder how loud that really is. Pretty loud. Look
at the spike. Jesus.
I think that's your laughter, not the slush.
Whatever. You're so rude. She was like a 2-year-old little girl, and she was like demanding rent or something. And then, I don't remember exactly how it goes, but at one point she goes, "Can I have 4 beers?" And he accuses her of being an alcoholic. And it's really funny.
I don't remember that, no. I have to say, I don't think I
don't know what it's called exactly. Like, Google Pearl the Pearl the Landlord. Something like that.
I'll check it sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Not right now. Oh my god.
Oh my god. One day we need to do a visual podcast so you people can see the just complete fuckery that is.
No, never. I got like this panic-stricken look on my face.
So, do you want to start or shall I start?
Let me see.
This first one was your idea.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start. The very first idea we came up with was futility exercise. And this one was just because I don't know if some of you will be too young to remember, maybe.
Well, you are old.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
I had a Zanga. I don't know if you remember that. A Zanga. I'm probably saying it wrong because I always say things wrong that I read on the internet. My son keeps correcting me because I keep saying all the Pokemon names wrong. It's like, it's not a Rattata, Mom. It's a Rattata, which is like, duh, of course it's a Rattata. But it's a rat. But anyway, I totally forgot what
You were talking about futility exercise.
Futility exercise, right.
Further proof, this is an exercise in
futility because I never remember what I'm doing. I run off on long tangents. It's just totally ridiculous. How do you deal with me? I don't even know.
How do I deal with editing you is the better question.
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I don't know. You're going to kick me off and just do it yourself. Be like, I'm just going to hang out in your basement for a while.
Louder Than Ever is now a solo act.
Yeah. So anyway, I had a Zanga, and I called it exercising futility. And it was like a daily blog that I did, and I bet it's still out there. I wrote it when I was like, I went to college for like a hot second.
I was like literally waiting for you to say it was like a board game or something, because I was thinking like Jenga.
No, Zanga. It's like Zanga.com. It's like a website. Like
I'm definitely too young.
Like a live journal thing.
Oh, I had live journal.
Okay, so it was just like that.
But
it was called Exercising Futility. And so when we were talking about doing this, I was thinking about how I had that blog, and that was like one of the things very first things I ever did online in my online presence as Sparkolini. It's probably still out there somewhere if you Google it, unless like the whole website folded, which is possible. I had an Angel Fire too.
My god.
Yeah. Yeah, I was totally hip.
No.
I had a lot of time on my hands in middle school when I lived in New Prague. There wasn't a lot going on out there. But I always sort of consider any creative effort of mine an exercise in futility. Because it's never got me anywhere to be creative at all.
You needed me.
Well, of course. So that's why we ended up not picking the name, because clearly this was going to be a success because I wasn't trying it by myself.
Right. Which
was obviously the failure path. So
that went nowhere.
Futility exercise.
This one I really wanted for a while until we ultimately, I love Louder Than Ever. That was the best choice. Mm-hmm. But I really wanted this second one for a while. Shut Up, You Suck. Because we both say it to each other pretty often.
We don't have anything else in common, so we regularly disagree.
Shut up, you suck.
Just shut up, you suck.
And I feel like I also often want to say this to others. Mm-hmm. Just people in general. In the course
of daily life, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of idiots out there.
Yeah. A lot of people really suck, and I really want them to shut up.
That's
shut up and let me talk.
Right? Tuna always says that 70% of the population is stupid. So 7 out of 10 people you meet are just really
At
dumb.
Least.
Yeah. And so I always kind of go around thinking that I just want to see that you're always going to be dealing with someone who you just at some point or another just want to tell them shut up, you suck.
Just shut up.
Shut up, you suck. I see oh
my god, look at you. Had your editing nightmare.
I know, gosh, stop.
Shut up. Sonic straws, man.
They're really sturdy though. They have to be because you're stirring with them. They even have a little spoon edge on the bottom.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they do, don't
You're
they?
no.
I'm thinking about icy straws. Never mind.
Oh my, we just lost our Sonic sponsorship, Mary. Where to go?
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to give them ideas.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. A spoon on the end of the straw.
Shut up, Sonic Straw. You suck.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so the next one, okay, this is definitely a me one, so we'll talk about it. And I don't think we ever really considered this as a title choice. We were also putting things on this list maybe that we weren't thinking were really going to be great names for the podcast, but would be like good episode titles, which in hindsight we don't ever pick anything off this list for episode titles. No, we always
pick something from the actual episode.
Yeah, that we say, because we say all kinds of ridiculous shit.
Really?
So there's always something good in there.
Scroll back through our episodes and see what we've ended up naming things.
As I was looking at them today, I was like, man, God's
Tits
Princess.
Down. That one, I think, is my favorite. Tits Down.
I like God's Princess. I think that
God's
pretty
Princess
good.
was pretty good, too.
Pretty good. But this one was, are there onions in this? Which, if you've dined out with me, you'll know. I'm really a nightmare when it comes to dining in restaurants. Oh, and I always tip really handsomely, though, because I know people have to put up with a lot when I dine with them. So I always give good tips, unless the service is awful, and then I give 15%, which honestly, that's not really a punishment.
No, it's really not.
That's really the minimum, and so I'm not one of those horrible people that like won't leave a tip or something. The worst I'll do is give 15%, but
she's really awful.
The worst I'll do is what's expected of me. But I really don't like onions, like, at all.
I really don't like onions.
I have several food aversions that are all sort of vegetable related, but onions is by far the one I am most sensitive to. And so I feel like every time I order something, I say no onions, and I'm always very clear, and I always repeat myself in an obnoxious manner to make sure that they've heard me say that I don't want any onions.
You obviously view, like, all wait staff just to be completely incompetent.
I don't.
The way that you say your orders.
Well, I just want to make sure they hear me, because so many times I've had food served to me, and when I object over the including of the onions, they're like, oh, I didn't hear you say that. Oh, let me just go tell the chef. And then I know someone's spitting in my food. And I don't like onions, because onions are one of those things, like, sometimes they can just, like, scrape, like, we get, like, no whipped cream on a lot of stuff, and if they bring it out with whipped cream, a lot of the times I'm just like, just scrape it off and put it on the plate, you know, but onions, there's no scraping them out of a pasta dish or what have you, because not only are the onions actually in the food, but also the flavor of the onions that put into the food when they were cooked with the food is offensive as well, and the odor, so it's completely ruined when there's onions in it. And there's always, on my birthday, I ordered in my obnoxious manner, no onions, please. Did you write down no onions? I really dislike onions, please. No onions. She's like, yeah, no onions. And I'm like, okay, good. Thank you so much. It's my birthday, and I'm so excited to be here. And so what happens?
You got onions.
Oh, there were onions, and not just any onions. The big, fat, poorly sized and sliced onions that were different shapes and thicknesses. And I'm just like, there's onions in this. And then so she takes it, and she's like, oh, it'll just be a few minutes. Only a couple minutes. Just a few more minutes.
They needed to make sure everyone spat.
Yeah, after 25 minutes, I told them just to bring it in a to-go container, because everyone else in my party had finished their food on my birthday.
Oh.
And the worst part is when we got back, I ate the food. It was really delicious. And I really hope no one had spat in it, because it was so good. And I was so mad, because I knew it would have been even better had they served it to me properly with no onions.
Delicious, delicious saliva.
Yeah, right? It probably is why it tasted so good. Nothing's ever
Everyone first ate an onion and then spat in your food.
So that was one. That was one of the 13 titles that we're going to discuss.
Oh my goodness.
It was not really a good podcast name, though, at all.
No, but it could have been a good episode title. I have actually a really good way to prepare onions with soy sauce and butter. And they taste like potatoes somehow. And they're delicious. And I have in the past just made them and just just that.
Really?
Yep. That kind of segues nice into what we were born eating. Another option that we had on our list was born eating cake. Yes. If you're from Minnesota, or if you've seen the movie Mighty Ducks, you know the term cake eaters. So I feel like I am a cake eater by birth, because I was actually born in Edina, which is land of the cake eaters.
Right.
Although I never lived there, I was born there.
I was born this way. You're gonna cut that out, so...
Nope, sure not. So yeah, I was born in Edina, so I feel like I'm a cake eater by birth. Also, we were both just, like, ridiculously fortunate.
Yes, really,
up.
With our familial situations. We both, you know, were lucky enough to grow up in beautiful homes with, like, our own cars when we were young, and
right.
support from our families even in our early, you know, what would you call those years?
Still to this very day. How about that?
That's accurate.
Like, let's be as honest as possible.
Totally honest.
Let's be like real
no
truth
reason
here.
to front here.
No.
So.
Ridiculously fortunate.
Yeah.
So hey, shout out, Dad.
Thanks. My dad doesn't listen, probably, but
mine does. Love you.
I'm trying to give him a business card. When the next time I see him, I will. I gave my mother-in-law one tonight, so who knows? She might be commenting. At least, I bet she'll like us on Facebook. At least.
Cute. Okay, great.
So
born eating cake.
Born eating cake, legit.
Yeah, I felt like it could have been a good title. But it also could have made us sound super snooty.
And I also was worried that it would make it sound like maybe there's a lot of, like, cooking ones out there.
Oh, yeah.
And also, like, the fat reference, you know? Because, really, we kind of look like we were born eating cake, too.
So true.
Yeah, awkward.
It was also, like, in my mind, kind of, like, going to be a little bit of a throwback to... We had a joint Vine account that Mary never actually posted to.
Oh.
But we had, like, good intentions for it. I
did.
still, to this day, have, like, 700-some followers on Vine.
Yeah.
Even though I've not posted in quite a while.
You should post about our podcast.
I did.
Again.
Like, after the first episode. But I should post again. We've gotten better, I think.
It was 12 weeks ago. I mean, we've made tons of progress.
That's true. But
so, yeah.
We had the joint Vine account that never really went anywhere. It's still up, I think. I don't think I ever deactivated it.
Yeah.
But it was two broke rich girls. Because that's basically what we are now.
Right. We were discussing, like, the pitfalls of growing up with, you know, not unlimited, but fairly unfettered access to funds, especially, you know, when it came to personal products. I think we were talking about, like...
We were hashtag blessed.
Yeah. So, you know, money's not love, though. Let's just throwing that out there. Remember.
I felt loved, just for the record.
Good for you.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah. Sure you did. I'm just kidding. I know you did. I know you did.
Oh, don't make my dad sad.
No,
love you, Dad.
Of course not. Sorry. Oh, my gosh. Do I need to, like, shout out to Tamra?
He's going to send you another strongly worded email.
Warning. Don't try to infringe upon. Anyway.
We, like, talked about how, you know, growing up we got, I mean, certainly everything we ever needed.
Yeah, and a lot of things we wanted to.
Most of what we ever wanted.
Yeah, like, I really wanted a brand new Volkswagen, but I didn't get one, you know, but...
Mine was used. Okay? Don't even look at me that way.
I had to settle for a 3-year-old, like, Chevy Cavalier. Maybe it was like 5 years old, actually.
Still, we got cars though.
A couple I did because I didn't trash one. I totaled one and then was given another, in which I then ran into the ground and then was given another.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, I'm a bad driver.
But see, there's a downfall to this in that because we were basically given everything.
Yeah, as an adult, you realize that, you know, you can't afford a lot of those things
are
you used to take for
hard.
granted, like pedicures. And like, you know, getting your hair professionally done. Thankfully, I have Hailey, but before
but I still have to pay for that.
Yeah, right now. Now that he's in an official salon, I bet it's spendy.
Like, just life in general is very expensive, and we were spoiled as fuck.
Truthfully.
And there's also things that, like, I feel like because of the way we grew up, we never really mastered. Like, still to this day, I don't know how to clean an oven.
Yeah.
I have no idea. My oven is disgusting.
I only know because I use it to clean my Pyrex. So now I just spray the Pyrex and then I put it in the oven, so at least the oven's getting cleaned while I use the oven cleaner to clean my Pyrex.
Interesting.
Yeah, because really it's just the fumes that really do it. Yeah, anyway.
So my oven is disgusting.
Or like, how to change a tire. Put on a spare tire. I always had AAA or something. I never had to learn that. Yeah. How to change oil.
Nope.
I never did anything like that either.
I didn't even know until Whiskey showed me finally. I didn't know how to put windshield wiper fluid in my car. I do know now. But I didn't even know how to do that.
I've known how to do that. But I'm like paranoid and I've never had great vision, so I always go through a lot of it.
Sure.
To keep my windshield clean because it's hard to see anyway. So no, I mean, but yeah, there's just a lot of things that one doesn't really learn growing up if you never had if you had a cleaning lady that was scrubbing your toilet.
Right!
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have to learn how to clean my own bathroom even. Gosh, okay, I'm really
I had to do it a couple of times as a punishment.
Well, yeah, okay, that's true, but I never, like, really learned how to do it well or got in the habit of doing it, so now
chores were, like, not a thing.
I had to unload the dishwasher, and even that was, like, a big struggle.
Right, but that's the thing, it was
kind of superficial, stupid things like that.
Yeah, not, like, actual chores. It was every so often, like...
So I didn't have to...
Just do this.
Yeah. More punishment things, yeah.
It wasn't like every week you have to do this. It's you didn't listen to me, so you take out the trash. And then, of course, whining ensued. God, I was a brat.
I was too. I really was too.
Sorry, Dad.
I don't really have anyone to apologize because no one sorry.
Sorry, Tamra.
Sorry, Tamra. I don't think she minds.
No, but she's your shout-out person. So, hey, Tamra.
Hey, Tamra.
Okay,
wipe that face off your head, bitch.
Okay.
That's the next one.
That's our segue.
That's the next one, yeah, because it's wipe that face off your head, bitch. It's from Dazed and Confused. Which, if you didn't know, is one of, like, the best movies ever. I know it sounds really silly, but it's just dear to my heart. I remember running across it for the first time when it was on satellite TV when I was, 14 or something, and I did not get a lot of the references in the movie until much later. But that's almost why I like it even more, because now as an adult it strikes a lot of chords in me. And there's a part where the girls are being they're hazing, which is something that I experienced quite frequently in high school, especially boarding school. And she's walking around saying, wipe that face off your head, bitch. And it's just so funny. And that's a movie I love. And then the next one, too, I know is from another movie we just love a ton. That is not American teen princess language. Which...
I think both of these, again, were more like episode titles than...
They weren't really going to be...
That would be a really
American
long
teen princess language would be a very long podcast.
Yeah.
And very misleading also, because we are not teens nor princesses.
We are Americans.
Yeah. America. Oh, say, can you see? Okay. But I really love that movie. It's from Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Set here in beautiful Minnesota.
Yes, and there are a lot of things in that movie that really are quite funny.
Super Minnesota.
It's got Denise Richards back when she was real cute and part Kirsten Dunst, who was like spirit sisters with Minnesota. I even thought she was Minnesotan, but
she's not.
She's not. It was just wishful thinking. But she works at an undertaker, putting makeup on the deceased. It's funnier than I'm making it sound. So if you haven't,
it's really good.
It's about a pageant, but it's really about more than that. It's about like small town life in Minnesota, and I think a lot of places in the world, and probably can relate to it.
If you have not seen it, first of all, do you live under a rock?
Right, and also,
second of all, I feel sad for you.
And get it. I bought it in the $5 bin at Walmart when I was like 18 years old.
Nice.
And I didn't even have cable, so when like my first apartment. So I watched that movie like maybe 8 times a day. Like not really, but
sure felt like it.
It really did. I watched it a lot because I only had a few movies. I sort of was kind of out in the cold with not much when my first apartment was a little depressing, and I didn't even get like very good reception on my antenna, so I watched a lot of movies that I had, which weren't very many.
Oh dear.
It was one of them though. And there's so many funny parts in that movie. I really
that movie.
Oh, shut up. You just think about it and it starts coming out real easy, like. And then you can't quite turn it off and you try, but your vowels still get real loud.
You chew them.
Gotta just keep those in your mouth a little bit there and roll them around there. Like, tastes good.
Oh, yeah.
Good vowel there. Jesus. Cheese and rice.
Cheese and rice.
Cheese and rice. Let's move on. It's your turn. To read from the list.
Well, look. There's so many on here that were like yours. So.
Isn't that just like the way it is? We're picking these and I'm like, that one I like. Oh, that one I like. God, I'm really horrible.
Yeah, basically, us choosing which ones we were going to talk about consisted of me reading the whole list and Mary deciding which ones we would talk about.
Well, those are just the ones that I remembered the stories to. You could have told me you wanted to do some, and I would have been like, fine. I'm not like a monster. God.
Well,
I should take a picture of my leggings.
Yeah.
Leggings.
Leggings are not pants.
They're not going to look like quite the right color.
They better not look navy.
They're not going to look navy. They're clearly black.
Fuck navy. But that actually gives me a great segue.
Perfect.
Into, I think this again was going to be an episode title, but whatever. It's still on the list. Gray is just pastel black. And if you disagree with me, fuck you.
I really
gray.
I like gray. I don't know.
I accept gray as a cousin to black. Black is my favorite color.
Sure.
And is also 90% of my wardrobe. I actually just made a Torrid purchase today. I told you this earlier. Mm-hmm. And all of it is black, except for I purchased one tank top that is a dark plum color.
You purchased a tank top and it's purple?
It's plum. Dark plum.
Purple?
So it's adjacent to the black family. So I felt comfortable with it.
Cute though. I'm super excited to see that.
Right.
one.
But again, like, with the exception of my jeans, basically, pretty much all of my wardrobe is black.
Right.
And I have, like, maybe 3 pieces of color. So I feel like gray is, an acceptable cousin to black because it's close. It stays in my neutral family, which allows me to express myself in my hair and tattoos and never clash, which is great.
Of course. You don't want to clash.
No, that would be bad.
I think the hardest part about wearing a lot of black would be the blacks, like, not matching. You know what I mean? All blacks wear sort of differently.
They do, and I don't get that picky about that, mostly because it's not really an option. But also, just because I feel if one looks duller than another, then it's just dark gray. And it's okay.
Oh, sure.
Because it's still within my palette. My palette of blacks and grays.
What about white?
White is okay in moderation. I really like black and white together, like black and white things. Yeah. Especially black and white stripes.
They're so cute. I love black and white.
I love them.
I have a beautiful black and white Amelia dress that's a black background with white, like, dandelion looking things. But they're like, they look like when you blow them, So they're like super fluffy looking and cute. I don't know. It's beautiful. I should show it to you.
Florals are not in my palette.
It's not really a super floral, like.
I mean, it's floral adjacent.
Well, yeah, okay. I'm not going to try to argue with you there. You're right.
But black or gray is pastel black.
Definitely. I guess I can't really. Yeah. Can't really argue with that.
Lavender is pastel purple.
I can't wear gray because it shows underarm stains, which brings me to my PSA. of the week. I haven't done one in a while, so it's not
You
really
haven't.
the PSA of the week before.
You're not really dedicated to this.
Not really, but I have one. I have one today, so
Okay,
and I
great.
managed to do a segue.
I can't wait to hear.
I was told I could only do it if I could find a way to make it fit in the theme of the episode. So I got a segue. I don't wear gray because it gives underarm stains. And the PSA of the week is men's degree works a lot better than women's degree. A lot better. I literally don't have much gray in my wardrobe that isn't like a sweater or some sort of thick material that won't show armpit stains, because gray is really mean when it gets wet. It turns like 17,000 shades darker and is extremely obvious.
It does.
So men's degree works way better than women's degree, and you wouldn't think that's a thing. And I do have to put up with my armpits sort of smelling like a man, but it works so much better. I don't even worry about like sweating anymore. It's amazing. So PSA.
Shout out men's degree.
Shout out men's degree. Love
I've
ya.
never had that problem. I have used men's deodorant in the past, but I haven't
Only out of necessity.
really. Yeah, I haven't really noticed a difference.
Purpose. Oh my gosh, there's a big difference with this stuff. I don't even think about my armpits. Like, they never sweat no matter what I'm wearing, no matter what I'm doing. And I can tell, like, if I forgot to put it on, it's like intensely obvious almost very early in my day.
Well then.
So
Shout out men's degree.
Shout
Hashtag
out
not a sponsor.
men's degree. We're really doing a lot of shout outs to companies that could care less. Hey, you can always be a sponsor.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
You're up. So
Have
fun segueing from that. We've got
Uh,
some options.
let's see. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this one next because I just like going in line. So, and this one could have been a title for the whole series, I think. Where's my distraction? Which
We might have a touch of ADD on this show.
there might be a little bit of that going on. I feel like it would still be a pretty good title. In fact, it was probably one of my favorites. But I have anxiety, which is just part of my personality, sort of. I mean, at this point,
Just part of who
I
Mary
do
is as
an okay job of managing it most of the time. But sometimes I'm guilty of doing what a lot of people say isn't really very productive, but I just do distractions. I just find distractions sometimes when I can't really deal, and so that's kind of part of it. And then I'm always looking for things. I can never find stuff. And so I'm always like...
literally, if Mary touches it, it's lost forever.
Really, I'll pick it up and I'll put it down somewhere, and I will have no idea where I left it and have to retrace my steps. And Tuna is constantly calling my phone to help me find it. You know, he even joked today that I need to change my voicemail to say I didn't find it, honey. Call again. Because he's literally the only person that, like, ever gets my voicemail, you know, where you go through and it's just like tuna, missed call, tuna, outgoing call, tuna. There's no one else in my phone. So, Where's My Distraction was just sort of a mix of a lot of different quirky things. And you're like this, too. You find squirrels. You know what I mean? Where you're just going along your day and a squirrel!
Yes.
Yeah. So
I am definitely...
So Where's My Distraction was definitely a candidate that would have been pertinent, and we're really louder than ever. But
I feel like it would have done well.
And yeah, it would have been good. But it's not what we chose, so it wouldn't have been great.
It's okay.
Because what we chose is best. I'll do one more and then you can do...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just feel... you can go in a little bit, but... Well, we were just talking about
I'm going to let you finish,
but... He ate all the Cheetos. This one was... As you can imagine, this refers to Tuna and how he ate and the rest of the Cheetos. And we sort of go through this at my house because there's some certain snack foods that I feel a high affinity for. And sometimes I'm exactly aware of how much is remaining in the bag and
Precisely.
might be planning to enjoy that at a specific time in the evening. And I went to go obtain my delicious Cheetos, of which I was aware there was a perfect evening-sized snack portion remaining, only to find that, no, I couldn't just not find the Cheetos. They were there. There was just like 7 left in the bag. And he does this a lot. He'll put things back with not a reasonable quantity at all. Like, finish it or just throw them away. Don't save 7 Cheetos. Because it's just rude. Because
that's not even like a noodle-sized portion.
No, it's not. I mean, I could immediately tell that there weren't that many left, but I was hopeful when I first took it out, like, maybe there's still a somewhat reasonable amount. But no, he ate all the Cheetos. And so that was what that episode...
I was here for this.
I was freaking out.
And she came out like...
I was really
mad. He ate all the Cheetos!
She was like, episode title. Clearly.
Episode title.
We were doing that a lot, but then, we just didn't know. Sorry, I just slapped my lap.
God damn it.
Slapped my lap.
Okay, just because it rhymes. We went over this, in fact, Mary, when we were trying to name the show and titles.
We did.
Just because it rhymes doesn't mean it's a good title.
But rhyming is really so...
Oh my god.
It's so pleasing. You know what? I think it's like an ASMR thing for me. Like... pleasure with my ears with listening, not sexual.
Everybody get out the lotion.
Oh my god. It's not sexual.
Well, it apparently is to our listeners.
Well, they're wrong.
Oh my god.
Please go ahead.
Oh, she's done now. I can continue. Oh my god.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
I'm gonna let you finish, but Louder Than Ever had the best podcast of all time.
We really did. It really is the best. I mean, we are the best.
And you know that, dear listener, obviously, because you're listening. So tell your friends.
That were awesome.
Jeez. Next on our list of things that could have been the name of our show.
Right.
But didn't quite make the list. Hips, ass, boobs, and bacon. I don't really exactly what was happening when we decided to make this.
I say a lot that I'm all like hips, ass, and boobs because when you see, really both of us are this way. Like when you see us, it's like whoa,
we're
whoop-a-dow, right? Like
we both have lots of all of those things.
Yes, bacon is so delicious.
I meant the hips, ass, and boobs. But the bacon definitely contributed to us getting those things.
I'm just having flashbacks to, like, plates of bacon from the breakfast buffet at high school. Like, when I was
at a breakfast buffet?
Oh, sure.
Boarding school.
Fancy. Damn. It gave me access to plates of bacon. It was not a great thing. Right as puberty hit. Oh, my gosh. Hips, ass, boobs, and bacon. That's what I looked like when I came home freshman summer.
Your mother is just like, I can just... Oh my god.
She was dismayed. She was like, let's go on walks together. I'm going to buy a treadmill. Would you walk on a treadmill if I bought a treadmill? Yeah, Mom. I'll totally walk on the treadmill if you buy a treadmill. Bah! Just kidding. After you've bought the treadmill. Bah! I didn't think you actually would.
Your mom, I can just picture her, like, freaking the fuck out. Like, I sent you away, and this is how you come back to me?
Yeah, she was not pleased. She was very upset. She was trying to get me to, like, rollerblade, and then, like, she used to force me to go out on walks, and it would be, like, Mosquito City, humid as hell in the summertime, you know? And she'd be like, time to go for a walk. And back then there was no Off Deep Woods Dry. It was only like the sticky, gross crap.
Ew, no.
I know, it was so bad.
My dad tried to make me do that once with him. And it was like, there's a busy road not too far from my parents' house. And it's a hill at that. And he would be like, okay, we're going to walk to the pole. And then from the pole to the next pole, we're going to run.
My God, what
Dad,
a
I hope you
dick.
remember this.
What a jerk. I'm mad at you on her behalf.
I didn't just say those things. I love you. But I think I definitely might have been thinking something similar to that at that time. Because, God, it was excruciating.
I can only imagine.
Like, I appreciate the sentiment, but no. I'm gonna stick with my hips, my ass, my boobs, and my bacon. Thank you very much.
Sure. Just perf.
Oh my god. We only have 3 more.
Okay, hey. We're doing great.
Hey. Let's see.
Props the Cleve. Props the Cleve. Oh,
And
man.
speaking of boobs.
And boobs, yep. I don't know if you noticed, but we're, like, obsessed with our boobs.
Our tagline on Instagram and Twitter is Minnesota ladies with mouths bigger than their boobs, which is not true, but could be.
Could be. Dude, not bigger than this huge scratch on my boob. Look at how far it goes all the way down here.
Tuna's like a cat.
Oh my god. Ow. Like, I can't even believe it. It's like practically down to my nipple. Holy cow. Okay, you're gonna have to
ruined
cut
the
that.
cleave.
That was... I can't talk
Props
about
the
it.
Cleve, but he ruined the Cleve.
He did. He ruined it because I literally had to change my clothing. I was gonna go over to my in-laws and I had on a different outfit. It wasn't obnoxious or anything in terms of the cleave, but there was some cleave, and I had to change it because there was huge scratches going down it that I didn't even notice when they were being created, and didn't even notice until I was looking in the mirror. But like.
You could have,
Dang.
like, blamed Noodle
Dude,
or something.
it could have,
Like you were
except how they
holding
get
her
all
and
the way
she-
down here.
Well, I'm sorry, do you show that much cleave to your in-laws?
No, but I guess not.
So,
I guess
yeah,
not.
so you
I
could have,
could
like...
I could have just blamed Noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
I just changed my clothes and put on an outfit with a higher neckline that so you couldn't
Damn
tell, so I
turtleneck.
didn't have to blame anybody and talk about my cleavage at my father-in-law's 60th birthday party. I just thought,
well...
might as well just put the girls away. We're not propping the Cleve tonight. Subdue
But
the
every
shit
other
out of there.
night.
Well, yeah, a lot of the nights you prop the Cleve. Cause
All the nights we prop the Cleve.
you know what? If you got it, flaunt it, right? That's what they
Yes.
always say, and so, heck yeah.
I think our cleavage is part of the way that we got so close in the first place.
That's true.
Just having, like, cleavage... We literally had cleavage
we
competitions.
did. Okay, we were also consuming a lot of alcohol.
There was a lot of alcohol
But
to
we
be
did
consumed.
have-
We were much younger.
We were, but we had
Legal
competitions
drinking
where,
age.
and really everyone won.
Everyone.
Everyone won. when
Tuna
we
was
did
not
this.
complaining.
No,
Whiskey was not complaining.
No, they were like, oh,
Smokes
I don't know.
in cars with kids was not complaining. Who else was there? Us. We were not complaining.
We were not complaining.
I mean,
Boobs
at
are
one
pretty.
point, we
That's
like...
literally why I'm a 2 on the Kinsey scale, because boobs.
Because boobs.
Boobs.
Boobs are great.
They are great.
At one point, we literally, like, had our shirts pulled down literally as far as they could go without
True.
showing bra.
Right, because that was against the rules.
Right, you couldn't show bra, but
No,
you
you
had
had
to show
to
as much cleave as possible. And
Thank
we
you.
had them pressed up. Do you remember?
Pressed up to the
against
window.
Your window.
And they were standing outside, and we were like...
And they were judging. Like, we were
judging us.
literally letting them judge who was showing the best cleave.
And then they were like, you're all winners.
We're all winners.
You win for medium-sized boobs, you win for big boobs, and you win for super big boobs! Yay, everyone! That's literally how it went down.
Oh my god.
But that was so... Oh,
we
those
have
were the
pictures
days.
taken where, like, it's like upper
Oh.
shot of just our boobs touching.
Basically, yeah.
Like, what
'cause
in the world?
What's better than boobs, like, showing is boobs,
Boobs touching boobs and showing.
Oh, yeah, at the same time. So, lots of popping the Cleve went on. And so it was sort of like a throwback thing.
It was a throwback for our friendship.
Yeah,
Which
because
is
that's
based on cleave.
cleavage. Cleavage and beer. Or, vodka cranberry. What
And
did you have?
Malibu
pineapple.
Yep.
Yep. She's just nodding like,
Yep.
yep.
That's how this all
That was
started,
how that
folks.
all began. And now look at what it's turned into. Louder than ever.
Louder than ever. Oh my goodness. What else do we have on this list? Props the Cleve.
We've got to be nearing the end now
We have 2
of our
left.
list. Okay.
So, we also, because, big boobs equals big brains, we thought that, most smartest podcast.
Well, that would be cute.
That'd be great.
MSP, that was the point of that, was like Minneapolis.
Yep.
Like the airport. And then most smartest is, you can't say most smartest.
The most smartest.
Without doing an accent. And that's
Right.
that's actually from Drop Dead Gorgeous too, isn't it? Because she's the most smartest.
She's the most smartest.
Yeah, so there was a lot of different references there.
We really like
kind of-
being from Minnesota.
We do.
Ultimately. We're super proud.
Go Minnesota.
Go Minnesota.
Go Minnesota. Props the Cleve.
Props the Cleve.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. So, yeah, I think we had a lot of Minnesota things in here ultimately, but I did like that one. MSP for Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Right.
And most smartest podcast. And we're the most smartest.
We're the most smartest.
We are. We're Ravenclaws.
Yeah. So that's like our whole identity.
We're the most smartest.
We have to answer riddles to get in our house chamber. Can you imagine if you like had a few drinks?
If you had like an off night, well,
students
at Hogwarts are not drinking, Mary.
Oh, please. I went to boarding high school.
Okay, students at high school
are drinking. But, okay.
But
go ahead.
I mean, yeah, if you just had like an off day and all you want to do is like go to bed and this bitch won't let you in your house. Rude. I feel like I would be okay, though. I'm pretty good with riddles most of the time. Because I'm the most smartest.
Most smartest podcast. That would have been cute. I still think probably that's not even my most runner-up choice, though.
Yeah, no. But I think we've definitely had better ones on this list, even.
Yeah. But. So the last one that we're going to talk about...
our 13th thing that we almost name our podcast.
Is really an important, like, part of our friendship, too. So I feel like it's a good way to, like, wrap this up. Is After Who. Because...
After Who?
After who? No. Because we've been watching Doctor Who every Saturday night.
For many months.
And before that, different shows
right.
also. But really, that's like when we were able to like really
sit down and think about podcasting.
And and sort of what happened was we would sit around and talk after Doctor Who.
And realize how funny
and realize we were really funny. And like Tuna would be there. And sometimes other people were there too. And would hear just kind of the banter. And sort of, we started thinking like, riffing. You know, maybe we should record this. Sort of a silly thing, but
we're really funny. Maybe we should record ourselves
this.
Being
like
funny.
We would really laugh at ourselves, and I thought maybe it would be funny to other people too because we really enjoy it. And if nothing else, then it'll be fun to listen to them someday,
right?
And remember our conversations that we have because most of the time it still is After Who.
It still is.
After Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm. Next week we're going to watch the 50th anniversary special. By the way, I'm so excited.
Oh boy!
For the record, I'm really the Whovian here. Mary just puts up with it, but
I'm Doctor really Who tolerator.
I'm really hoping at some point here I can get her hooked.
I really loved Donna. I'll say so far, if there was anything that was going to hook me, it would have. I did like Donna.
Donna was great.
She just reminds me of me. That's why I liked her.
She's so sassy.
She is quite the sass master. I agree.
Well, I'm hopeful that, maybe like when we get a new doctor or something, your interest will peak again.
Maybe
the next one's kind of sassy.
The things that I liked, though, they just don't seem to do in Doctor Who.
Ugh.
I love love stories, intense love stories, and like Firefly.
You didn't like Amy and Rory.
Well, that was just stupid. Rory just gets walked all over by Amy, and that's not romantic.
He literally waited 2,000 years for her, Mary. If that's not romantic, then I don't know what is.
That's just some bullshit story. That's not romance. Silly. Of course he did. Amy's like the hottest piece of ass that guy's ever even seen. The devotion is not especially impressive.
Says the girl who did nothing but complained about the fact that she was always wearing mini skirts. Yeah, she's fucking wearing mini skirts. Have you seen those legs?
All I'm saying is, of course he waited for her. He was lucky to get her in the first place. I don't give him that many props for it because he was never going to find another Amy, not even if he was trying to hit everything that had tits and moved for the 2,000 years.
Literally, Mary, you are being so rude right now.
I just don't, I do just put up with it. But I mean, it's fun. I love the idea, and that's why I think it's so frustrating to me, because I love the idea of him being able to go through time and space. Time travel has always been something that really fascinated me. I really wanted to like Doctor Who.
Okay, well, I'm hopeful that you'll like the next season.
Maybe. But
come on. I don't know. We're going to try. Yeah. We're gonna keep watching Who either way until we run out of Who. Anyway, so those are 13 things we almost named our podcast. Do you like any of them better than Louder Than Ever? Did we fuck up?
Did we mess
up?
Did
we make the wrong decision?
My Tuna thinks so. He said,
really?
Yeah, he said to me once, like, you had so many great names and then you picked Louder Than Ever. And
what a fucker.
He's always like that, but he doesn't even listen, so he doesn't count.
Yeah.
Although once in a while, I've been listening to it more myself now. Now that I figured out, if you go to the Libsyn directory just once, Android users, you can put a shortcut on your phone home screen that when you click it, it will just take you right to the playlist, which is really neat, and I didn't know until today.
That's nice to know,
And now my logo is just a little shortcut on my phone, and it's fun.
And so cute.
And I do like listening to us now, sort of, that I got used to what it sounds like to listen to myself, because it's weird. It's really weird, but
yeah,
it's kind of fun to listen to, so you can subscribe to us.
You can subscribe. Please subscribe, in fact, on iTunes. It's literally just, if you're listening to us on iTunes, and most of you probably are, it's just a button. It's right there. You're on our page already, so just click it. And that way you know when every episode comes out on Sunday. You'll be the first to know, maybe. You can be the very first listener.
And wouldn't that be so cool? Well, yeah.
Because I edit it.
You're not going to beat Hailey. She listens to it before it's even published.
I do, it's true. But you can be the second listener, and how cool is that? You can tweet me that you were the second listener. It'd be great.
Oh my gosh, someone, please email me an advice request. I really want to do another advice column segment on the podcast, but no one's asking me for advice.
No, you can email it to us, or you can tweet it to us.
No, you could. You could do either.
You can even comment on Instagram, or
anywhere.
Write us a message.
Oh my gosh, anywhere. Message
Anywhere.
us on our Facebook page. Email us.
You have all these options.
You can reach us so many ways.
Facebook.com/louderthaneverpodcast. Instagram and Twitter at LTE Podcast. Email us at louderthaneverpodcast@gmail.com.
The options are so varied. And
so
a wide
varied.
spectrum of ways to reach us and send me your advice questions, and I'll answer them. So do it.
We don't promise that it's good advice.
I don't promise that it's good advice, but
it'll be advice.
I've read a lot of advice columns, so I do have some experience under my belt, at least as a advice column reader. So, and I have given advice once, and it turned out to be advice that was followed. So
yeah, thanks, Jamie.
Yay, Jamie! I hope that you've found other friends by now. You're
Matt
so cute.
stalked your Facebook, by the way, and he said you're cute. But
You
sorry,
are cute.
Matt's getting married.
Yeah, Matt's getting married. Ooh,
but
I'm so excited. I get to go as your plus one.
Oh my God, guys! Matt is getting married. He's not my Matt, but that's how that sentence worked out. Matt is getting married. He's from our episode 11, the big gay episode. So congratulate him. His links to his Instagram are on our Instagram. So tell him congratulations. He's getting married on October 8th, which is so soon. I can't even believe it.
Shut up. It's not so soon. It's still
so
summertime.
It's
soon.
soon.
It's still summertime. What are you talking about? You're right. I'm comfortable wearing leggings. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have a Lisa Frank tank top on. It's
She
the
does.
cutest
You
ever.
should Instagram that too.
No, I'd have to take a picture of... You know what? I will. I'll Instagram the big old scratch on my boob.
Congratulations, listeners. I just got you your first boob shot.
It's really a picture of my t-shirt.
You know what we should do for old time's sake, Mary?
What? Oh, should we push them together? Oh, boy.
We should do an aerial view props the Cleve
Oh, you know
shot.
what? We should have Tuna help take the picture. That would just make his night.
Oh my God! What did Sonic put in these slushes?
I don't know. They're delicious, and I love them. I can't get a picture of the scratch and my boob.
I can.
I can.
I'm like, I can see both of them. Oh my God! Seriously,
gosh, you're
Sonic,
making
what did you put in these slushes?
They're
I
delicious.
can't handle it.
I want more.
Oh my God!
Whatever it is. Okay, so we're tweeting and subscribing.
We're still recording all of this. What is
excellent.
happening?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you're tweeting, you're Instagramming us, you're emailing us, you're following us on Facebook. Mary still wants that. I still want him too, but the 100 followers on Facebook, guys,
come
hello.
on, guys. That's such a nice number.
Also, tell your friends.
Yeah, if you think we're funny.
You can share with them links to individual episodes. Tell them that you think we're funny and you think they should listen to us too.
You don't have to start at the beginning and listen all the way through.
No.
In fact, I wouldn't even recommend that because the first episode...
Yeah, you can skip the first one.
Yeah, for sure. We were just getting used to the equipment. And
we didn't know how to edit that either.
No. So it's really kind of awkward. When she says we didn't know how to edit, she means
I didn't know how to edit.
I still don't know how to edit, although I want to encourage you to get us on YouTube because I feel like we're missing out on that.
Okay, look, we'll talk about it. we're gonna take this offline.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Oh my God,
we sure had a fun time. Our 13th episode. I feel like it was okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To 13.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Until next week.
Until next week.
Yay.
When we won't see you, but you'll hear us.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my god, what have we done? Where's the cursor? Why does this happen to me every week? Here.
It doesn't like you doing...
It doesn't like to stop.
Well, why would it?
Because
so
we're
much
so
fun.
funny.
It loves it so much.
It knows that we're so funny.
We really are funny, you know. I heard it.